If you want to use a font that's not included in processing, you can go and Google free fonts, which will give you some fonts that are free to download and you're licensed to use. Please don't use fonts without paying for them that you're not licensed to use for free. So once you find the website with the free font that you would like to use, you should, let's say we'll pick Samantha. And we're going to download it. Oh, before we download it, don't forget actually, even though these are free to use, you should copy and paste the URL of the site that you've used and use that in your acknowledgments to say where you got the font from. So I'm going to click download. Oh, Collegiate was another font example from an earlier take. So I've got this and I can see that this is a zip file. So I actually need to go and unzip that file before I can use it. So I can see the zip file here in my downloads folder. Make sure you're navigating downloads. If I double click on it, it will unzip. So if I open it up now, I can see this Samantha demo is the name of the actual file itself. So you're going to need to have that exact name. If the font name is too long, you can actually hover over this little arrow, drag it back and forth until you can see that whole thing. So you're going to need to be able to have that, type that exactly into processing. So now back in processing, the first thing we should do is go up to Sketch, and we need to add that TTF file. So I'm going to go Add File, just like we're browsing for a picture, except we're browsing for this font. I'm going to click Open, and that's now in my Sketch folder. To declare the variable for the font, it's exactly the same, so I could say F, and then I'm going to say F equals, same thing, open, F equals, then instead of load font, it's create font with a capital F, open parentheses, open a pair of quotes then, and then that exact name, spaces and everything. So Samantha demo.ttf. And then the difference here is we have to put the font size that we want to use right in here. So I'm going to say 48. If you want to use a different font size for this one, you're going to have to load it a couple of times, one for each different font size. So now here in Draw, it's exactly the same. So text font. Oh, not exactly the same. Take that back. We're going to use the variable name, but you don't need to say the size now because the size is, sorry, that's text font. Bet you're thinking, I mentioned an earlier take, and you think if this is the take I'm going with, wow, the other earlier take must have been pretty bad, and it was. Okay, so you need text font, and usually would say the variable for the font name and the size we want to use. If we're using create font, a font that we've created, it comes with a size, so we just say the variable name, and then text. Oops, extra curly bracket. And there we go, using a font from the internet.